Why don't the English only come over here because they can't win over there?
I tried that and I can't win over here.
That's why Simon's here, isn't it?
Yeah. So here we go, guys. Final time, Aven Placid breaking off. The race to 4 against Malcolm Pollock. Two very experienced players. Claire, you probably know more about them than me.
Yes, I've known Aven for a long time. Pretty much since I started playing 13 odd years ago. He was probably at one of the first tournaments I came down. I was at his 60th birthday party last week. Big party and a lot of family and friends there from all over the country. Malcolm, I've known him, but I haven't really kind of, I don't know if I've ever played against him. But yeah, when you hear those names, you know they're good players because you hear the names around all the time.
It's Malcolm Pollock representing the Shirley St Albans club.
Which has sadly disappeared, I understand.
Yeah, they're playing out of the playing out of our club, Papanui club. Yeah. Malcolm making light work of this first frame.
Gosh, yes.
Is he going to screw back on the 6 or just roll? If he rolls it through, there isn't much room for error, is there, on that black?
Surely the safest thing is screw it back and then black down the top pocket, bottom pocket here. Oh, he's having a look.
Is he going to maybe he's just going to try and stun it in and then potentially just cut
big
the black?
Risk, though. Surely your percentages are it's going to be safer to screw back. If you're out by a little bit, yeah, it's safer. Oh no, he's going for it. I'm not too sure he's gone far.
Have we got a side angle? No.
You can't quite see from this angle, but
He looks like he could be snookered or he can just barely see it. Yeah, so
you
the
can
percentages would have been better to
yeah,
screw back.
I think you can see a slither of it, but
Yeah, he'll be cross with himself because he obviously weighed up screwing it back as well, as you would. But I'm not too sure he can actually... he certainly wouldn't be able to see it to pot it in the middle, but he's obviously screwing around it a bit, putting a bit of...
oh,
Oh,
disaster.
that's a gutting way to lose a frame.
That's really going to hurt because it was quite unnecessary for him to
Yes,
get in that position in the
exactly.
first place.
You know, you always got to look at the risks and take the safe away. And there was plenty of room there for him to screw back and get on that black. And
Yeah, he had 3 options and he went for the hardest one.
hardest
I thought.
one, if he'd gone through, there was, and it's not really a good feeling being on the winning side of a frame like that.
Well, you celebrate on the inside, don't you? You don't
Yes.
celebrate openly those
some do,
frames.
but it's only the really inappropriate ones.
But at least he gets the immediate opportunity to come back to the table. There's nothing worse than having something like that happen and then you have to wait 5 minutes for your next shot.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can forget about it and move on quickly.
Yeah, and that's the trick really in this game. I was speaking to one gentleman yesterday and told him, look, the trick of this game at this stage when you come into tournaments, it's about your headspace. 90% of it's about your headspace, and it's having that ability to move on from a bad shot. you carry a shot into the next shot or the next frame, and you might as well just walk away from the table. You know, you can't beat yourself up. There's no point in it. History, it's done. Learn something if you can. I always try and take positive out of every shot, whether it's you might have missed, it was close, it was a hard shot, you got posi on the next ball, or you played safety. Hey, if all else fails, take a positive. You made someone else happy, even if it is your opponent. You know, you bring negativity into your game, and your body's not gonna cooperate with you.
Absolutely. Yeah, Malcolm's looking pretty good in this frame as well. Let's hope he can just hold it together.
Yep.
Doesn't want to run through too much on this, and that's exactly what happened.
Gosh. He'll be still kicking. And thoughts of the last frame will still be in his head, and now, you know, he's shaking his head.
But he can potentially if he can just cut this 14 past the 5 and just try and get it over that pocket.
Yeah, I'm not sure that it'll go. It looks like it'll almost come straight 90 degrees back to that cushion. It's hard to tell sometimes from these angles with the TV. Yeah. And geez, it's not a... Yeah, it's a shame the white couldn't have come a bit closer to this back cushion there. He wouldn't have really left him much at all then. He's got two options, really. I don't know what he's looking at here, Aven.
Well, Malcolm's kind of saved by the fact that Aven's balls are not in great positions.
No,
and
it's terrible.
There's 4 of them,
Yeah,
which are not
gimmies.
good.
He's got to do this and try and just... So is he going to go... Oh, he's too straight. No, 2 to...
Yeah, he hasn't got enough of an angle there.
Angle to come over and break something out, or I think the 1 will go easily past that 5. It's hard to tell. I don't know why I'm moving. It's not actually changing the angle. It's been a long day.
Well, he went for it, but didn't think he had enough angle, but he really forced it through.
Good try. I guess he can, he's got to get that one dead on, because the white's going to come across for that. Malcolm's last ball on that pocket. He's just going to leave him a straight shot here. Oh, wow. Wow. I didn't think that was on. So even if he plays the 4 up here now, he's not leaving Malcolm with anything, but he needs to do something about breaking out these balls. As long as he doesn't give him a free ball, he should be fine. If he just clips that 6 maybe, or 5 and 6, moves them both a little bit. Yeah, that'll do. Can't do much else really. Put the pressure on Malcolm, you know.
But he has given Malcolm an opportunity to... It's a ridiculously fine cut,
yes.
But he can just get it over that pocket, or at least
get him
block
in
the
the way,
5.
yeah. Well, he's got no other choice but to go for it.
Looks like he's jacking it up the side, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Now Aven's got to take charge of this. Aven's very lucky he didn't move that 14 across a little bit further. Now he can just pot. He can probably pot out from here. Take the 5, then run up for the 4. Oh no!
Oh,
well, he is lucky that the D's at least at the other end of the table. But he might take the 6 as a free ball here.
yeah, that would probably be the sensible
Most
shot.
obvious thing, isn't it?
And that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's a nice shot.
Bit of a shame he's so straight, but he's almost dead straight on that, by the look of it. Just force it through and try and force an angle, but sometimes you rattle the ball then. Whoa! That's a great shot. Do we bounce?
Yeah, deserved to be in a better position with the white, but still,
Yeah.
he's got it.
At least on these tables with the whites being the size they are, it's not so bad. But you play with a little white, those cushion shots are nasty.
But just going back to a point you were making a little bit earlier, Claire, at the start of the frame, I mean, I remember listening to a professional pool player recently, and they said something along the lines of, look, in any given match, you are 100% going to make mistakes. You're going to miss shots that you wouldn't normally miss. But often the winner of the pool match is not the person who plays better. It's who can recover from adversity the quickest.
Yes. So true.
And deal with, like you say, sort of losing on the black or whatever. It's just been able to put it out your mind and move on, really.
Especially at this level. You're here because you can pop balls from anywhere. Yeah, you're here because you can play pool. And it's definitely a mind game from here. If you can keep calm when you make a mistake, if you can keep confident, and also be smart about it. Don't be, and I was saying before that, I beat John Saundercott the other day. And there were so many times in that match, especially one frame where I just wanted to have a go. There's a clearance here. And I thought, I can't, because if I miss, it's the end of the frame. There's no way John was going to not finish off. So I used another tap, another safe shot, and try and tempt him into doing something he doesn't really want to do, but he has no choice but to do it.
Mm.
So that's what it's all about. It's all about your head at this level. Any level, actually. No matter what game you're playing. It's about keeping your head together. And somebody was saying about, oh God, I'm on the TV table. I hate being on the TV table. And I said, well, just pretend you're not. It's the last thing you need is adding extra pressure to yourself. Just pretend you're not. Pretend you're at home in the garage or whatever.
It is tough the first few times on the stream table, though, isn't it? And I've seen people just completely collapse and miss shots they wouldn't normally miss.
Or go for shots they wouldn't even normally go. Because they think, somebody at my club's really good, and they'll be watching this and it's screaming at me. What are you going for that shot, you dumbo? So, just play a normal game. But yeah, we all do that on the TV table and just... I was like that, when you were talking about my match with Simon. Yeah, I missed a shot in the middle, but I wasn't worried about the TV table. I just ignored it. I just play your match. Bit of a messy frame here, but obviously the unders are the ball of choice. Oh, he'll be disappointed that other one went in as well. With the black sitting there. These rules, I was saying earlier with, blocking pockets. There's a skill in not sinking a ball, that's for sure. Sometimes it's easier not to sink a ball than it is, but gosh, it's frustrating when they go down when you don't want them to. More frustrating, I think, than missing them. You've got room to wiggle that black in if you can get onto the...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
This 9 inside the 6, I'd say, and try and trickle that 6 up and make it an awkward shot for Aven.
And Malcolm's playing really nice so far in this final, aside from the fact that he fouled on the black in the first frame, but I don't know if he's actually missed a pot so far.
That's another grey, yeah, a wee bit hard maybe, but... Getting on that 12's going to be the trick here, I think. You can probably come across for that 11 after the shot, but... I guess he's looking at the... It's 10, is it? And then coming across for the 11 and 12 up the top. Oh, that was unlucky. I think Aven needs to do something maybe to block this pocket up. Close it right up. Oh, as you can see, that 7 inside that 14, can he?
Yeah, the conservative shot might just be to completely block that black.
Very unlucky. I always like it when players that go for those, ballsy shots, that it's nice for them to get a reward.
Just got a text from my wife, a list of ingredients to
bring home
to go and pick
dinner.
up after the pool.
So it's not KFC and McDonald's then.
Judging by what she's asking for, I think she's baking a cake, butter, flour and icing sugar.
Well, you'd like to think that would be a cake of some description. Otherwise you're going to have a funny tasting curry. Yeah, what time will the cake be cooked? That's what I want to know. Again, Malcolm's going for the shot he needs to. You can't just wait around. It's no point in keep looking at it after every shot and seeing, oh, that awkward shot's still here. And again, Aven's going to do what he has to do. They look pretty tight in there, though. I'm sure a bit of a push, that 7 will go through. Then it could be a run out for Aven if he can get. So 1 might be the shot next. Oh. Oh. Makes it a little bit more interesting. Got that rub off that other ball there, and tricky now. I'd be tempted to do the old safety in the corner like I said before. Yep. It's a wise shot. You know, it's not about being a chicken or playing like a girl, like so many people say. It's about being smart and trying to win the game and doing whatever you need to do in those particular rules to do so.
Yeah, especially in a final. Just get over the line, do what it takes.
Absolutely. Oh, Daryl. I can't believe I'm actually tired from talking. That's a miracle, isn't it? I can hardly believe it. So Aven, does he take the 5 next, or is he going to get that 1? You know, that 1's in an awkward. He's got an awkward pot on that 1. Maybe he takes the 5 or.
Yeah, one's a bit risky because that cue ball's going to be flying into those 2 bigs in the middle.
It's a quite handy ball as a little bit of a annoyance for Malcolm too. Oh, taking that 4.
It could be a clever shot because it's an opportunity to try and remove Malcolm's ball.
Oh, that's a good shot. That is a very good shot. I don't know if I think the 13 will go past the 5, but it's limited a lot. He's making him. That's the thing about this game. You want to force your opponent to take the ball that you want them to play. Oh, look at that.
Fortune favours the brave.
He actually looked at that shot though. He looked across at that shot, so I don't really think it was a fluke. Shirley's just messaged me and she said, "Lol, are you tired of talking?"
You got to remember that everything you say.
So it was a nice pot by Malcolm, but he's snookered himself. Just going to play a little swerve around that 4 ball. Opportunity for Aven to go for a clearance here. Is he going to start off with the 2 or the 5?
He might as well go for an easy ball to start. If he goes for the 2, that seems like a sensible thing in case something goes belly up. He's protecting the. Whoa. Oh, well, he's all right.
Yeah, and he's retained his safety with the black as well.
Yeah, 4 next, and then, well, depending on where it ends, 5 or 6. Still going to have trouble getting this. Oh, that's the 3 up there, isn't it? Trouble on these TV tables. The red and the orange look very similar. Probably something to do with being old and half blind too. Oh, he'll be glad that black's where it is now.
Is it a free ball?
Nah. I did say I'm old and blind, so maybe it is. I don't think so. I think you can probably get through there. He must be able to. He's not asked for a free ball, so. got 54 people watching now. Say hello to everybody out there that's watching. Thanks, Cooper. I don't know if you're talking to me or Alex. Saying he likes the commentary.
Well, you've been going for 12 hours, Claire, so he's probably talking about you. What a shot this is.
That's... Wow. Very unfortunate. Malcolm didn't turn out a little bit better for him.
So you're just going to tap this black up to the 5, do you think? And
I think so. Try and
manufacture a free ball.
The danger is if you end up... Yeah, that's not too bad. If you end up touching it, then it's going to end up being against you.
So Aven just going to try and leave this cue ball in an area where it's not a free ball.
I'd say so.
So probably
You've just got to be wise.
Just
or does he
tap the 1 and bring it out?
Does he play the 6, sink the 6, sink the 5, and then play the 1 down and play a safe on that? Was he doubling this? The options are many. Oh yeah, either way, there was no free ball there, I wouldn't imagine. Oh, he's looking. If he can get past that, but I don't think he's got enough of a gap between the cushion and that black ball to be able to kick that 8 out.
Oh, is he looking at going cushion first and kicking the black out?
It's a free ball. I wouldn't have thought so, but it's really hard. Wow, it might be. Wow, I think it might be. Not too sure what the yes, it was obviously a free ball. So Malcolm is nominating to 5 as a free ball. So I'm not sure if he's gonna. Not too sure. It's not that easy a shot. If he probably needs to come off that back cushion, do you think, Alex, and play the black onto the 5? He was looking at that angle before. So if he comes off the cushion first, hits the black and sinks the 5, the black's going to kind of stay, but the white will come out to pop the black then. It's interesting. You never know what's quite going through people's heads.
Oh,
foul. That's a loss of frame.
loss of frame again.
Lay, that's 2 he's fouled on the black. He'll be kicking himself. I love this game. I love. I often have a silent commentary from the sideline in every game I'm watching at any level. So when Daryl asked me last week to come and do some commentary today, I was happy to help out. And I didn't realise I'd be here all day. Sitting at the table, and Alex comes in just for the glory match. Nice one, Alex. Can take all the praise. Paul's been great. We've been having a chat. It's very hard to be a commentator by yourself. It's always nice to be able to have conversations about the game and the different aspects of tables and everything about the game. So I think Paul and I did pretty well. Paul's just about asleep now, I think. So we have to see how Malcolm goes. Again, we talked about the head game. You know, he'll be frustrated that he's given away 2 frames now, and he has given them away, literally. So,
I have to say the loss of frame on the black rule is the one thing I dislike the most about Clubs New Zealand rules. And
yes.
I think this match is a perfect example of why we shouldn't have that rule. Like I said, Malcolm's just completely outplayed Aven so far, and he finds himself 2-1 down.
Yeah. It's like I was saying earlier before you got here, Alex, that I believe that there's one rule that should be across every single set of rules in 8-ball, and that is nomination of the pocket for the 8-ball. I don't believe that any frame should be won or lost, or a match or a championship on a fluke shot on the black. You know, there's many rules. You know, the world rules that I've been playing in Dunedin, and we play at pub level here. The game's not over till the black's down.
Oh, that was a great shot by Malcolm there, just to thread that cue ball through the 9 and the 8 to get perfect posse.
There we go. He's right now. He's back into the frame, back in the match. Yeah, good work, Malcolm.
Well played, Malcolm. So it should be game over. It should be 4-0 to Malcolm now. But
Should be, yeah.
2 apiece.
Right, and what's your favourite set of rules? Of the many choices you have?
Well, it was world rules, but after we did the Great Southern Knockouts,
Yeah, black ball rules. Yeah.
I've never
More
actually,
positive.
I've never played a frame of black ball in my life, but watching the guys play it was great.
Yeah, it's very positive and aggressive, and I like that too. I'm looking forward to it. The John Berry's coming up, and I understand that will be the black ball rules.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to...
Oh, is that black ball? I thought it was still world rules. Have they
is
changed
it?
that?
That will be interesting. I'll see if somebody here knows that.
Daryl Chambers will probably know. We'll check with him.
Yeah, because I think that'll be interesting, but maybe because people haven't been playing it as much as perhaps they might have otherwise had it not been for COVID. Yeah, I'll see if I can find out.
I would imagine it probably is still world
around
rules because
somewhere?
there hasn't really been a black ball tournament in New Zealand aside from the Great Southern Knockout,
Yeah,
to be honest.
so that would make it really hard for people to... They might stick with the traditional Super League rules.
There was some talk of a black ball tournament taking place at the Kashmir Club later in the year.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if that was just pure rumour or what, but it'd be great to see them grow.
Oh, absolutely. You know, whatever's good for the sport, whatever's happening overseas, to help the people that do go and play in the tournaments overseas. I think that's the rules we should be playing. You know, these rules, I was saying earlier to Paul that when I went to Australia, you know, and played in the big guns, people over there say, oh, that's right, you play those stupid, bloody, funny, foul rules, don't you? I knew what they were talking about. It's only funny when and strange when you don't understand them.
So Aven just got himself into a little bit of a pickle. He was hoping to take that 7 into the middle. That's a great shot.
That's a cracking shot. Oh!
Just took it long into the bottom.
He's got that 2 on. Just take this and follow it through. It'll be on the 1. I even play with him. Is that a 9-ball cue? It's like quite a thick tip on his cue.
Oh, thanks for that, Graham. Malcolm was runner-up to Phil Wilkinson when he came down for this tournament. I'm not entirely sure of the history and the past results here, so that sort of information is really helpful.
John Berry.
So Malcolm just wanting to screw back on his final ball, but not screw back too much. Saved by the jaw.
So here we go at the table. Malcolm, he's on the overs, I get him?
Yep, so he really just wants to probably just roll this down. It doesn't really matter if it goes in.
For the black anyway. Doesn't go in, yeah. Oh, that's in the hole. That's a great shot.
Played
He's
it confidently.
on fire today.
It's been a cracking final so far. Malcolm's been awesome, it has to be said.
Yeah, he's definitely been the outstanding potter.
Well played, Malcolm.
Oh, it puts him on the hill.
Certainly deserves this one.
That I went and played in the big guns in Australia, and I had a match, a race to 8. That every shot was timed, and it still took 4 hours and 20 minutes.
Really?
Now, people think that's absolutely outrageous, but it was just a tactical battle every single frame. Yeah, and I've been at tournaments, National Clubs New Zealand tournaments where they haven't timed right through the whole tournament, and then they'll go and time the final, which I think is the most disrespectful thing out. If you haven't timed anything else, why would you time the people that have made their way to the final? And, you know, that sort of thing irks me because it's not consistent. In Australia, when you start playing pool at club level, any level, there's a 20-20 shot. So you've got 20 seconds to... you've got 40 seconds to play a shot, and after 20 seconds you get a warning. And every match you play anywhere, there's a stopwatch and everything's timed. And that's great because it teaches people right from the beginning that they're the rules. These are the rules. And the rules are broken hundreds of times in every tournament as far as timing goes. You know, I understand that they did officially change the rules so you can have an extension in every frame. That's right, is it?
I'm not too sure.
Somebody that's a referee might be able to fill us in on that. They're all too far away to ask. But yeah, it's all about consistency, and also it's about, are they really taking their time all the time? Sometimes you need a little bit more time, especially if you've got a combo or free ball. Or
Depends on the shot. Yeah, I mean, there are some shots, like we say, if you're in a final and if you've been playing at a good tempo, but all of a sudden in a deciding frame, you find yourself in, you know, a tough decision.
Yeah, it might be stress or nerves or...
Yeah, you can probably allow them to take, I don't know, you know, up to minute and a half, whatever, but just give them some leeway, basically. Just look at the context of the shot.
Yeah, Paul was just confirmed with one of the referees that yes, the rules have changed, and you can, if a match is timed, you can have an extension per frame. You know, I've been to tournaments that, you know, people complain about women being slow all the time, they always do. And sometimes it's because they are slower players, and sometimes they might not be as good at potters as some of the men's. And I'm not trying to be derogatory to women, it's just factual. You know, so they might take a few extra shots to clear a table. So, but you know, I've played in a national semi-final and asked for my match to be timed because my opponent was consistently taking 2 minutes for every shot, and if they were necessary, that was fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. But when I consider that it was obvious what the shot was going to be, and you know, and I'm a fast player, and it's hard actually when you are a quick player. You know, some people have said to me, "Oh, that person's going to play slow because I'm playing against you, and try and get in your head, and you've got to try and push it out of your head." But you know, it's just like, don't complain about people being slow unless you're going to ask for the match to be timed. So I've done that. And I got through the match fine. We had an extension per frame, and you know, I don't think time foul was called at all, and it made it more interesting for the spectators. People wanted to watch the game because it's more exciting.
That's a great shot by Malcolm. It's the first opportunity for Malcolm to close out the frame in the match now.
The way he's playing, I wouldn't be surprised if he does. He's well-deserved victor the way he's been playing today, if he can clear this tape. I thought he might have taken the 15 there. He's just I thought that was quite an interesting way to go, but I guess he's got
he's gotten away with it.
Out of it.
Yeah.
He's definitely got away with it. Even if it had got in, he was in no better position, really. He would have had to go for probably that 15 that he was looking at in the first shot. Yeah, a tricky shot here. Does he double the 3? 5, is it?
3.
This is a 3. Try and double it back here. If it doesn't sit nice, it could be game over. A tricky shot here for Aven to play. What do you see, Alex?
Well, there's not many places he can leave the cue ball where it's going to be safe for Malcolm.
I think he's trying to put the cat amongst the pigeons, perhaps. Back where it started from. No, worst place. It was all about leaving that white up there.
I mean, there's no gimmies for Malcolm, but the way he's playing in this final, the way he's potting, you'd expect him to just get down and possibly take out the 15 ball to the bottom right.
Oh, I don't know. Do you know the history and who's won this tournament before?
No, I
see
met
Aven's been runner-up in this a couple of times. I think Steve Denton won it last year, I believe. I actually don't know.
Yeah, I've normally got pretty good knowledge of the major national tournaments, but not so much some of these master tournaments.
Somebody might let us know.
It's a good first shot from Malcolm.
Oh, that's a great shot. Has he got... Oh, yeah, I'll probably take the 15. Or does he play the 14 on? But then the 14 could run up the cushion. That's a bit dangerous. I think I'll be taking the 15 in the middle. He's looking at the 14. Here's the white's going up the right hand side of the table there. Oh, that's all right. That's easy.
That's a great shot.
Should be. I think that should be game, set, match there. I don't want to give him the commentator's curse though. Yeah, lovely.
I don't think there's any chance from fouling on the black this time either.
No.
I think this is game over.
He won't be snookering himself.
Now Malcolm Pollock has been fantastic in this final. Got unlucky twice fouling on the black, but a deserved winner of the Papanui Masters.
Congratulations, Malcolm Pollock.